what we're going to do is, remember in the last tutorial how I spoke about creating actual a class, a player class type of thing. Well, what we're going to actually look at doing now is creating that class, and really it's just going to show you the advantages of that class. So what I'm just doing is I'm just deleting some code I don't no longer need from older tutorials that I've been doing for you. And what we're going to say is we're going to create a new class. So we're going to say a public class player class, like so. And firstly it needs a position, as I said. So a public vector2 position. In fact, we're going to make it private, and I'll show you why later on, because I don't want to be able to access this. I need a constructor, so we have a public player class, which is our constructor, which basically I'm just going to say pos equals a new vector2 2020. Don't forget though, you can you can parameter pass in order to set your position on creation. I'm going to have a public void move left, a public void move right, a public void update, and a public void draw. Right, so move left, easy, pos.x minus minus. Move right, pos.x plus plus. Update. Well, to be honest, I don't need to do anything in the update, but let's think about this. I'll tell you what, we'll create a private, no, in fact, we won't do anything with the update. Draw, on the other hand, to draw we need a sprite batch, and you'll find I cannot access our game batch because it doesn't exist within the class. It exists within our parent class, which we have no access to any variables within this class at all. So the only way to do this then would be to pass a variable in. So what I'm going to say is I want a sprite batch SB. I'm just going to call it. I'm going to say SB.draw, and let's say I'm just going to draw a string for simplicity. Draw a string, and again I can't access a font pack. So not only do we need a sprite batch, we need the font to draw with. So I'm going to pass in a sprite font, SF I'll call it, SF, the text, I'll just make him a capital H, the position, and the colour, dot white. And now I want to draw my player whenever I can. So here I'm going to draw my player. Well, firstly I need to define my player. So let's say we have a player class, and I'm going to call him player1. I'm going to create my player class by going player1 equals a new player class. And then I'm going to say player class, so player1.draw. I need a sprite batch, so I'm going to give him my game batch to draw with, and I'm going to give him my game font 1, like so. I've got a couple of errors, I've done a couple of things wrong. There we go. And there you can see we've got H. Now pressing left and right of course isn't going to do anything, because firstly I need to access those. So if keyboard.isKeyDown keys dot, let's say, left, player1 dot move left. If keyboard.isKeyDown keys dot right, player1 dot move right, like so. And now you'll be able to move our player right and left, and it automatically gets drawn within his own class. He's got an update which I could call as well. So in the update I could say player1.update. So then every update, this is going to get run as well. So if we wanted to enter anything in here, we could do. And really what you're seeing is how we can go about making a player class. And the very basics of one. I mean, ideally you would have a position and you'd have a velocity in a player class, and then in the update you would say that the position would equal the position plus the velocity. But other than that, you have got the makings of a very simple class, and the reason I wanted to do this was just to further show you how classes work and to really get used to you using them, because they are very valuable things indeed.